Hello! In this video I will show you how to play Evolution, the game of intelligent life. I am recording my desktop because the game exists in 4 windows simultaneously, and it's a bit finicky to record, so I decided my desktop would be easier. The game is a bit archaic. It's a little difficult to understand, but as with most things, once you have some experience with it, it becomes much easier. Anyway, at the beginning here, you can keep everything normal. There's no need to change anything for your first game. And click Start. First thing you want to do is go to Game Speed Slowest. Now, this game runs in real time, and you can pause it, but if you pause it, you see you can't interact with any of the menus, so it's not very useful. So if you want to interact with the interface, you just have to let the game run. And you also want to hit page up to zoom out a bit so you can see the world. Now, the game is of course about evolution, and it begins in the Carboniferous period. And if we look at the physical world here, you can see the timeline. So it begins 360 million years ago, and it continues to 30 million years in the future. And it's on a randomly generated Earth-like world. And over time, the temperature and sea level will change, and the continents will move around, and these eras, Carboniferous, Permian, these will change as well. And your goal is to, well, just survive until the end of the game, which is much easier said than done, and also to evolve into sentient life. But before we explain that, I want to show you all of the interface and the controls. So to move the camera around, you can right-click to center the camera on wherever you've clicked, or you can use the arrow keys, or you can left-click somewhere on this map. Also on the map, you can change the map's size. I don't recommend doing that though. Keep it on medium, and that should be okay because then everything fits nicely together. You can also change the display, so by default it shows you terrain. There's also a temperature map mode. And I think these displays are pretty self-explanatory. Precipitation. Now these are important for calculating the amount of food and the terrain, but for you, the player, this isn't so useful, so these displays aren't necessary. The one display you care about is feeding. If you change the map mode to feeding, it will go to the terrain map mode, but if you click on a creature, this will change colors based on the amount of food available. And green is good, red is bad. So you want to keep your creatures in areas where they have food. And if you find them wandering outside of areas that are habitable for them, you can just click on this move command and have them go to wherever you want them to go, and they'll follow that. You can also click stay to have them not move, and click clear to have them not follow whatever command you just gave them to cancel their commands. You can also click on enemy creatures, and again, you'll be shown their feeding areas. You also notice that the window just resized. It does that. Every time the continents shift, every time the game recalculates that, the window will resize. It's a little annoying. It also resizes these menus when you're looking at them. It's a bit frustrating, but you just accept it, and it'll be okay. And yeah, now I'll go to these menus. This one's pretty obvious. I don't think I need to explain what all this is. It's just a score screen, new game, save game, options. The game does come with some music, however, the music tends to be a bit buggy when the continents recalculate, and the music can sometimes become stuck in a loop. However, the music is just in a file in the game's directory. So if you want to play the music in the background, you can just double-click on whatever file, whatever music file you want to play, and that'll work just fine. View. Now, when you click New Map View, it'll just open this screen again. And zoom is the same. It's just page up, page down. Globe display, globe size. We saw this when we right-clicked on the globe. Feeding radii will show you how, in what range the creature can feed. Now, as you can see, the radius here is based on the area where the creature can feed. This is a swamp-dwelling creature, you can see, so it prefers to feed in the swamp. That's why its feeding radius does not cover this forest area. You can see what the cursor is over if you look in the lower left corner of the screen. It'll give information. So this is a swamp, gives you the temperature and the altitude, and it'll do that for all areas of the game world. If you check all feeding radii, you can just see where all the creatures are. Quite self-explanatory. I, however, don't like to use the feeding radii. Population graphs basically just shows you health bars. If you look at these stats, there's population and feeding. The population is a health bar. Each creature here represents a population of these creatures, and once the population bar fills, the creature will reproduce, and it will become 2 creatures. And this feeding bar contributes to the population meter. So if the feeding bar is yellow or green, then the population meter will fill, and if the feeding bar is in red, the population meter will drain. And if the population meter reaches 0, the creature dies. And if all the creatures die, they will go. That species will go extinct. Grid lines, self-explanatory, just shows you the grid of the world. The ownership key tells you the colors in another screen. I have 2 opponents at the moment, so you can have up to 5 opponents, or you can have 0 as well if you just want to play a little sandbox game. And find is useful if you're looking for a particular creature. You just select the species you want, and you can cycle through them. However, you can only select species that you own, and a species can only be owned by 1 player at a time. This command screen is totally useless because you access that by clicking over here. Oh, yes, another species has evolved. I'm not doing any evolving. That's okay, though. I'm not trying to win this game. I'm just showing you species information. First, you need to select a species. So there's Ventostega. Then go to species information. You can see Ventostega. And this tells you where it can live. It lives best in swamps, but it can survive in these other areas as well. Optimal temperature and feeding improvement shows you how efficient its feeding is. So if this bar is close to full, that means the creature feeds very rapidly and efficiently, and if the bar is close to empty, it means the creature feeds very slowly and inefficiently. Also, these creatures will feed with varying efficiency. This creature lives best in the Carboniferous period, but that will change. Over time, the periods will change, and eventually we'll enter the Permian period, and then for some reason in this game, the Triassic and Jurassic periods are lumped together into early Mesozoic. And these negative modifiers to feeding are quite substantial, and so this species will almost certainly go extinct in the early Mesozoic period, if not the Permian period. And you can also click on any species you want. There are many, 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 many species in the game. Oh yes, species go extinct a lot as well. Let's see. And there's evolution information as well. Now this screen is very important. So in this screen, you pick what species you want your creature to evolve to, and then you allocate your evolution points. Oh, there are also combat points. You can select a species against which you wish to improve your combat proficiency. However, I find that's never useful because you can only improve your combat against 1 species at a time, and the combat is also very rare anyway. And even so, if one of your creatures dies in combat, well, there are lots of other creatures anyway, so I find it's kind of pointless. And so, if your feeding improvement bar is almost full, the window resized again, then I suggest that you have 100% of your points. Wherever your creatures feed, they get evolution points. And the more creatures you have, the more evolution points you get. And you want to invest 100% of your evolution points into, if your feeding bar is full, into evolving. And just pick a species that evolves well. This is a swamp species, Eogyrannus, so that'll be okay. Now we have 4 million years until the species evolves, and that will be probably in a few minutes, because I'm at the slowest game speed. And the creature list, again, pretty self-explanatory. Shows you all your creatures. And you can switch between species, but right now we only have Ventus Stega. Alright, Living World. Again, it's just species list. Cope is one of our opponents, as is Darwin. You can see how many creatures they have, population, and how long they have until they evolve. Now, this game does have some RNG, which is kind of annoying. I just have to hope that no other player picked this species to evolve into, because if another player did pick this species, that just means that I don't get it. The other player will get it before me, and I have to pick a different species to evolve to. So you just sort of have to hope that the AI didn't randomly get the species that you wanted to get. It's a bit annoying. The physical world, again, I already showed you this. It gives you some charts. These will be important later. This will also tell you the mass extinction events. Those are fun. Fun in the Dwarf Fortress kind of way. They're the disasters. You can trigger them yourself, but I don't recommend doing that because that's no fun. That's cheating. That's not necessary. And the clade as well. So you can select your clade, and that tells you all the species you have. And then over here, these buttons, you see the Tree of Life and Bestiary, the creature list. You see there are links to other menus. I think the UI here is not... It's not all that poorly designed. There are lots of interlinking pages. You don't have to click through lots of menus to find what you want to find, usually. Anyway, this will give you some information about the creature, although note this information is from 1997, so it's probably quite out of date. And the evolution screen is this again, info, this again, and now the Tree of Life is very important. So you'll want, oh, good, the evolution screen. So you want to pick, the game automatically picks the best creature to evolve. You want to pick the one with the highest population, because if you evolve a creature that has a low population, it might just die immediately. So there's my Eogyrannus. It's wandering around. You see it doesn't feed nearly as efficiently as my Ventus Stega, so we need to have Eogyrannus in its evolution information focus entirely on improving feeding until that bar can be filled a bit. However, the swamp here is pretty big, so Eogyrannus should be able to survive just fine. And if we go to if we go to evolution information, we need to select another species to evolve to, click Seymoria, and once the game finishes recalculating, there, 2 million years until we evolve there, and then Eogyrannus can evolve into even more species, and you can click on these to see their stats, and the environment will change over time, so maybe you'll want to have a plains-dwelling species, or maybe you'll want to stick with a swamp-dwelling species if the swamp stays. Again, you just need to react to how the world develops. This combat screen is pretty pointless. Just don't worry about it. Combat in this game doesn't matter. Anyway, as I was showing you earlier, the Tree of Life is important because it tells you what things evolve into. So I have my Eogyrannus, it could evolve into Diadectes, and the Diadectes could evolve into any of these creatures, Pariasaurus. Pariasaurus could evolve into whatever. This creature, which could evolve into Protoceratops, Ankylosaurus, and there are lots of evolutionary dead ends. And so you need to be careful because not all of these creatures can evolve into the creatures that you need. You need intelligent creatures, and there aren't very many of those in the game. One of them starts with an S. It's an intelligent dinosaur. LMNOPQRS. Come on. Whoop. Well, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is that you need to evolve into as many species as possible and get those species before your opponents do. So you want to fill the map with all of your species and stop your opponents from getting species. And if you can evolve the species first, then your opponents will have nothing to evolve into and they'll just die. And once all your opponents are dead, you're free and you can just relax and play the game at your leisure. Although you do need to make sure that you have creatures that can survive in the current era. Right now we have only Carboniferous period creatures, but those will eventually... well, yeah, you see Seymoria can't survive very well here. But those will eventually... See if I can get Seymoria to go up here. Maybe I'll have a nicer time. Move up there. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yes, eventually the age will change and these creatures will no longer be good enough. And so you need to make sure that you have a species that can survive in the current era. So by the end of the Carboniferous period, you need to have a Permian species evolved. And by the end of the Permian period, you need to have an early Mesozoic species, and so on. Or else your species will just go extinct. And it's rather difficult. You need to know which species to select at what times and where to move them. And you need to hope that your opponents don't do that before you do. You can also use this attack button. You can click on attack and then click on another species to attack. I don't recommend doing that though. It doesn't really help you much at all. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he'll survive okay up here in the plains. You see he can live in the plains. I don't recommend doing that though, because if you do that, your species will lose health points. It's not worthwhile generally. Alright, so we have gotten quite lucky here and evolved all the species we need. Where is my K-Cops? Let's see. No, go to creature list and K-Cops. There you are. Alright, Mr. K-Cops, I need you to go up here because this swamp is not a good place for you. You can see he is a plains-dwelling creature. Okay, so now that I've explained all that, I think I can finally focus on playing the game. Alright, anyway, let's see. Ventistega has evolved in everything it can evolve into, so now Ventistega is an evolutionary dead end. Seymoria is... its feeding improvement is okay, so I will... Let's see, I want it to evolve into a species that does well in the plains. Oh yeah, Thaddeosaurus is a really good one. It's a Permian species too. So let's make it 30-40 for now, because I don't have very many Seymourias, and I need to get the feeding improvement. Still, it's not quite as high as I want it to be. Eogyrinus is pretty good on feeding improvement, so we'll have it go 50-50. And Ventistega, or how's K-Cops? There's K-Cops. So these creatures are doing fine. Huh, he would have a really good time over here in the woodlands, but, well, it's too far away. Yeah, he does really well in plains and woodland. Oh yeah, this K-Cops has a really nice time here in these plains. Yes. And let's set K-Cops to evolve. What do I want to evolve to? Not Diadectes, that's what Eogyrinus is evolving into. Peltobatrachus is a nice plains dweller, but it's a Carboniferous creature, and I want to focus on some Permian creatures. I guess Peltobatrachus is fine. So we'll do that, and we'll have it do 50-50, I guess, for now. And once feeding improvement is around here, I'll devote almost all of the points to evolution. Eogyrinus. My species got that. My opponent's got that species. I think I only have one Eogyrinus individual, which is why this evolution is so slow. Seymoria is not evolving much at all. It hasn't yet reproduced. Hopefully it will soon. Let's have you go up here to these woodlands, because that is a really nice area for you. And let's see. Eogyrannus. Alright, so now we just have to wait. We're in a sort of stasis at the moment. There's no need to rush. I won't play through the entire game in this video either. I'll just go through a bit of it. Now you can increase the game speed if you'd like, but remember, you can only interact with the menus while the game is simulating, and so you don't want to have it at the fastest speed all the time, because then while you're trying to click through the menus, the continents will be moving and species will be evolving, and it's difficult to keep track of. So I don't recommend going above moderate speed. Alright, anyway, K-Cops, 31 million years. That's a bit slow. By then it'll be in the Permian period, probably. But I don't know how many K-Cops individuals I have. Yeah, I think I'll just wait. You can live in low mountains, right? Yeah, you're fine. Although really, I prefer you stay in these woodlands. Right. I still only have one Eogyrannus. Quite strange. It's not spreading much at all. How's the rest of the world looking? Yeah, I see. That species can do pretty well down here. This area doesn't have any animals. This continent, I think, doesn't have any at all. Whoop. The continent's just changed. Alright. Well, my Seymoria will have a pretty nice time over here. Oh, I think I have 2 K-Copses. Yes, I do. Good. Okay. And in that case, I will focus K-Cops much more on evolving to Peltobatrachus. We'll do 80-20. Its feeding improvement is still a bit low. Eogyrannus. Feeding improvement still a bit low. Seymoria, this is better. I think I will shift it to about 75-25-ish. Oh, we just got a second Seymoria. That's great. That'll help a lot. In fact, since we have a second individual now, we'll do 85-15. Ventistega, still useless. Seymoria, Eogyrannus. Yeah, Eogyrannus is evolving very slowly. I'm thinking Eogyrannus is a dead end. Because it's evolving so slowly, it just won't be able to evolve before the eras change and it becomes obsolete. Yeah, this one individual just isn't surviving. This individual looks like it will soon die. This Tulurpaton. Ooh, yeah, this guy's going extinct. That's exciting. Oh, my Eogyrannus is also going extinct. He might survive. So I shouldn't hope that Eogyrannus will survive. The species generally stay in areas that are suitable for their Greerpaton. Suitable for their sustenance. These Seymorias are not evolving. They're not feeding as much as I want. I think I'll switch to 80-20 then, I guess. Stega. Whoop. I hate the window resizes. 9 million years until K-Cops evolved. Yeah, I think K-Cops is my ticket to the future. Oh, you can see there's a desert now. That's okay, though. Still surviving. Oh yeah, I have a third K-Cops. Yeah, definitely K-Cops is my ticket to the future. You always want to have one species that is evolving. And Peltobatrachus is great. That'll be the plains-dwelling creature, and a desert one, too. I'll play until I think the turn of the age, until we reach the Permian period. At the end of every period, there is a mass extinction event. And it could be one of, I think, 7 or 8. And they have various effects, but they're they're not good. And some of them cause the planet to be heated quite severely, and they'll cause big deserts to appear. And so you want to have nice desert-dwelling species. There is no event that will cause the swamps to become larger generally, so you don't want to rely on that very much. And my Eogyrinus did not go extinct, but it is not doing well either. Don't try to cross the oceans, that won't help you at all. Oh. Hylerpaton. Well, how about that? There's a species over here. Keep it on there, Mr. Species Man. Oh, I don't have very many of these Seymoria. I try to move my K-Cops down here, but its population is really low. Its health bar. And that's quite a long distance too. These are slow creatures. Later in the game, the creatures will become faster, particularly the flying creatures, and they can cross continents very easily. But these ones just need to stick around where they are, pretty much. Please don't go into the desert. Yeah, stay right here. It's a nice area. Ooh. So you can see this is a plains area, but it's a bit too hot for him, so he needs to go to the higher altitude areas over here, or I guess the lower altitude ones, if I'm looking at this correctly, where they can better survive. How long until we evolve? K-Cops 3.7, Seymoria 22.5. How many Seymorias do I have? 4? That's definitely enough. Let's do 95.5. K-Cops, you as well. Let's do 95.5. How's Eogyrinus? Still a bit slow. Still very slow. But surviving. We'll do 85.15, I guess. I don't think my Eogyrinus has ever reproduced. Yeah, I'm thinking Eogyrinus here will just go extinct, because its swamp biome is disappearing. Well, that's fine. I guess we'll just focus up here then. This plains and woodlands area is becoming larger, so we should be okay. And our enemies cannot feed over here either, so we don't have to compete with them. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Peltobatrachus in 1.4 million years. Ooh, how exciting. And this is a Permian period creature, so we definitely want to try to get that. Whoops. Try to get that as soon as possible. Yeah, don't try to change to a different creature. If you do that, then the game will take away all your evolution progress. So that's a bit annoying. Okay, so we're about to get Peltobatrachus, which is a much better plains dweller. It should have a good time, unless it has to compete with my other creatures. Okay, good. Evolve. Eogyrinus went extinct. Not surprising. And now Platyhystrix. I guess I'll get it. Why not? It's available. And Peltobatrachus. Good. And there you are, Mr. Peltobatrachus. Ooh! Peltobatrachus is not having a good time. Why is that? Optimal temperature is 20. Ah, this area is too hot for Peltobatrachus. Yeah, it needs to survive at a colder area. Okay. Well, it'll probably go extinct then. Seymoria is evolving the Thaddeosaurus. 30, that's good. 7 million years until we get this. Ah, there's a 1% probability of era change. Every time the continents recalculate, there's a chance of there's a 1% chance that the era will change from the Permian period to, from the Carboniferous period to the Permian period. However, 2% is very low at the moment. Hopefully we get Thaddeosaurus from Seymoria. That would be ideal. In fact, let's do 100% to evolving Thaddeosaurus. That's our ticket to the future. That's a Permian creature. Ventistega, I could have it evolve into Eogyrinus again, but that's pointless because that creature would just not be able to survive in the next period anyway. So we'll not focus on that. Peltobatrachus, K-Cops. Where's my Peltobatrachus? I don't think he'll survive. Yeah, I'm thinking he'll just die. I'll try to have him move to this area, which is more suitable for him, but I'm thinking I just wasted that evolution. I should have paid closer attention to its optimal temperature. Yeah, this area is too hot. Yeah, that's my fault. Probably I'll lose my Peltobatrachus, and if I do, I won't try to re-evolve it. It's just pointless. Yeah, it's going extinct. It's very unlikely to survive. It's across these mountains. Well, it can survive the low mountains. If it survives, that would be quite impressive. Okay, well, it's in an area where it can survive now, but its population is extremely low. I guess we'll just have to see. This is the best area for it, though, on this continent. Whoop! That was strange. Okay, these mountains all disappeared. Alright, whatever. Simoria's having a great time, though. Yeah, look at this these plains, deserts. Oh, this is great. Lots of K-Cops, lots of Simoria. Good time. And K-Cops is 7 million years to Platyhystrix. And Simoria, 1.4 to Thaddeosaurus. Yes, I think, hopefully we'll get Thaddeosaurus. Surprised this Peltobatrachus isn't dead. That its population must be extremely low. Where can I see population graphs? Here. Well, no, I wanted to see the total number of creatures. Is it the player clade? Peltobatrachus. Info. Oh, yes! Alright. We got the one we wanted. Sphenocodon is another Permian creature. So sure, I guess we'll get Sphenocodon. Alright. Thaddeosaurus. Yes. Great. So now we are ready for the Permian period. Now this Thaddeosaurus is only kind of so-so right now. But you can see it's much faster than the other creatures as well. But when the era changes, this Thaddeosaurus will have a very good time. And so right now, because the Thaddeosaurus is ahead of its time, it's a Permian creature, and we're still in the Carboniferous period, I don't need to worry about giving its evolution points towards something. I can just wait. Oh, if you see a modern creature in the list like lizard, that means it's optimal in every period, but it also is an evolutionary dead end. So the only reason to get it is to increase your biomass, which just increases your score at the end of the game. Okay, so because Thaddeosaurus is our ticket to the future, let's see what it can evolve into. Lycanops. That doesn't look very good. Ornithosuchus. Ooh, that's a nice looking one. I like that one. Saltopus. Yeah. We definitely want a... Ooh, yeah. Scelidosaurus, a plains creature. This one, yeah, I like this one. So we'll have it evolve into Scelidosaurus. But not yet, though. I want to improve its feeding. Oh yeah, its feeding is already improved. Wow, this Peltobatrachus still isn't dead. What is it? What is this Diplocalus doing over here? How did you even reach us, Diplocalus? Oh, whatever. Yeah, this Peltobatrachus, there's just nowhere in the world that's really good for Peltobatrachus. That's fine. How about our other species? K-Cops, 1.2 million years to Platyhystrix. This will do just fine, I think. 32 Celsius, yep. Peltobatrachus. I don't see going anywhere. Fattysaurus. Wow, alright, let's... Its feeding improvement is already so high, let's have it go 50-50. We can start getting some progress toward evolution. I didn't think I would do this in the Carboniferous period, but hey, why not? This is an early Mesozoic creature. Oh, actually, its optimal temperature of 23. Yeah, that's a little too fast. We don't want to get an early. Oh, nice. We don't want to get an early Mesozoic creature in Diadectes. That's a swamp creature. That one will have a very bad time. But whatever, we'll evolve into it because why not? What was I saying? Oh yeah. We want to get another Permian species. Dicynodon. That's a swamp creature. Dryosaurus. That's a Mesozoic creature. Whoops, I did not want to click that one. Fattysaurus. So we don't want Dryosaurus. Lycanops? There we go. Ventostega is extinct. Not surprising. Lycanops, however, is a pretty bad creature. Peltobatrachus is extinct. Not surprising. Ornithosuchus, no. Saltopus, no. Scletosaurus, no. Again, these are all Mesozoic creatures. Cacops. Oh yeah, Platyhystrix. There it is. Alright, Thaddeosaurus. You know what? I think I'll just have it evolve into a snake. Because a snake is optimal in all periods, so why not? It'll increase my biomass. I guess Thaddeosaurus just won't need to evolve into anything anytime soon. And we'll give it a... We need to focus on this. Oh, its feeding improvement is already really high. We'll give it an 85-15. Split. Sphenocodon, that's great. Whoop. And you are done evolving. Hylarpaton is extinct. That's an early Permian creature. Alright, Platyhystrix. You're doing okay. Let's have you, let's see, Pariasaurus is a Permian creature. Yeah, I like that one. So we'll have you do a 50-50 for now because your feeding improvement is not high enough. Sphenocodon, I don't even know what this is. What are you? You're a Permian creature too. Alright, Sphenocodon, sure. You can just focus on feeding improvement at the moment. Fattysaurus is doing just fine. Okay, yeah, look at all these. So this is not my creature, Diplocaulus. But the rest of these creatures are all mine. What I could do is have this Seymoria attack that Diplocaulus, just to make it go away, but I don't see the point. Because there are also these Greerpatons down here. So whatever. We'll just let them stay. Yeah, we have this whole big northern area to ourselves. This is great. Yep. These Carboniferous creatures are having a grand old Carboniferous time. Platyhystrix is doing just fine. Thaddeosaurus. Oh yeah, Thaddeosaurus is having a good time too. You're a little too far north there, Mr. Thaddeosaurus, but that's okay. Oh, Peltobatrachus. I could evolve back into Peltobatrachus. I guess, why not? Considering... Oh no, we can't evolve back into it, right, because Cacops is busy Cacops is the only one that can evolve into Peltobatrachus, and it's busy evolving into Diadectes, which is a terrible creature and will just die immediately. In fact, yeah, don't even bother. Don't waste your time getting Diadectes. It'll just die. Okay, you're still doing 50-50. And Seymoria can't evolve into anything, so we're done with you. Sphenocodon, feeding improvement's pretty high. What will you evolve into? Dicynodon is a crappy swamp creature. I don't care about that. Dimetrodon. There's one. That's a desert-dwelling creature. Yes. Yes, definitely get Dimetrodon. That one can also evolve into mammals. And mammals are the easiest way to get sapient creatures. However, there can also be sentient birds, and you can get a sentient dinosaur too and win the game early, but that's pretty difficult, I think. Thaddeosaurus, getting a snake. Yep, oh, that'll be great if I can get a desert creature. The deserts will probably expand quite a lot. 67 million years, that'll definitely be in the Permian period. I don't know what that is, I don't care. And how's K-Copt doing? K-Copt is fine. Platyhystrix doing just fine too. Oh yeah, this is great. This is going really well. Okay, I see the swamp area has increased in size by quite a lot. Does this continent have any creatures on it? Still no. I don't like these black areas. They're a bit annoying. I understand why they're there, because they have to represent a spherical planet on a two-dimensional flat map, but I still think there could have been a better way than just having these big black areas. Alrighty. So I think we can go to moderate speed just for a little bit while we're waiting. Platyhystrix. I'll have Platyhystrix go to 80-20. Simoria, no evolving. Sphenocodon. I'll go to 80-20 as well. Thaddeosaurus. Thaddeosaurus can go to 95-5. Its feeding improvement is pretty much as high as it ever needs to be. K-Cops is getting Peltobatrachus. How is the temperature? Yeah, the global temperature is going down. So the average temperature is still in the upper 20s, but it's going down. Peltobatrachus is a 20-degree creature. Yeah, there's some 20-degree stuff over here. It might live. Might be okay. I have a lot of Thaddeosauruses. Oh wow. Yeah, these Thaddeosauruses are really good. These are excellent Permian creatures. And we're not even in the Permian period yet. We're still in the Carboniferous. So Thaddeosaurus, I think, will be a good creature to save us, to go into the future. Sure, get Diadectes, why not? Now, I got that Peltobatrachus again, but I don't think it will survive. I don't even know where it is. Where are you, Mr. Peltobatrachus? There you are. Alright. You are living in an area that's too hot for you. So let's have you move over here. Actually, no, let's have you move up here. That's cooler. However, ooh. Yeah, he probably won't survive the trip. He's a long way away. Maybe, but I don't think so. Well, whatever. The world is just a bit too hot for Peltobatrachus. Ah, all these creatures are mine. It's great. Yeah, let's kill this Diplocalus. I mean, why not? I don't want to have rival species around. Go away. Come on. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Oh, another player got Priosaurus before I did. Darn, that sucks. Alright, there's combat for you. Now this icon means it is a combat specialist, so it should be able to kill Diplocalus. Yep, there we go. I don't think there's any reward for killing other creatures, but well, the reward is that they're removed from the map, removed from the game world. You don't have to worry about them. I'm a bit annoyed that another player got Pariasaurus. That sucks because now we're getting Salamander, which is an evolutionary dead end, although it can survive in all eras, so that's not terrible. It's still annoying. Seymoria can't evolve. Sphenocodon. Evolving Thaddeosaurus. 12 million years until we get snakes. We'll just get 100%. And Diadectes, that's fine, doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever. I didn't want Diadectes anyway, that's a swamp creature. Alright, Peltobatrachus. Are you alive, Peltobatrachus? Hey, you survived. Alright, Peltobatrachus. This area is about 20 degrees, and it's the correct biome, so Peltobatrachus might actually survive for a little bit, although we're getting close to the end of the Carboniferous period, so probably won't survive for much longer. And once the era changes, probably Thaddeosaurus will become the dominant creature around here. I must say, this is going very well. Normally things don't go this well for me. I tend to lose quite rapidly. K-Cops can't evolve anything. Whoops. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Peltobatrachus. We'll need to get feeding improvement for you anyway. Platyhystrix. How many Platyhystrixes do I have? I see 3. 5 Platyhystrixes? Okay. Alright, well, Platyhystrix then is successful enough that I can focus pretty much entirely on evolving. And Thaddeosaurus. Hopefully I'll get snakes. I think I will. I'm so glad I got Thaddeosaurus. That's great. Let's see. Thaddeosaurus is an excellent Permian creature. It's probably the best Permian creature. We're still at moderate speed, right? Yes. Okay. And when there is a mass extinction event, there will be a little movie. Well, you can watch the movie if you want. It's a cutscene. A little screen will appear, and you can click watch movie or skip. I usually skip them because I've seen the movies, but if you want to watch them, you can. There are these little 1997 era things. They're pretty adorable. Hey, what is this? Darwin? That's not mine. Alright. Kill that thing. Kill it. Petrolachosaurus. Get out of here. Get out, Petrolachosaurus. Oh, this thing's fast. Yeah! We got it, though. Yeah! This is my continent. Get out of here, Darwin. 3 versus 1. Yeah! Get out of here. This is my town. I'm pretty surprised that we still are not in the Permian period. We're up to 60%. Oh well. Hylonomus. Oh, it's a Permian creature. 2 million years until we evolve. Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah. I saw that something went extinct, so I wondered if I could get it too. Oh yeah, how many Sphenocodons do I have? Oh, they're difficult to differentiate. Oh, I don't know. Oh, here's one. There. I think I had 2? 2 Sphenocodons? Yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh, Peltobatrachus, you're still alive. How you doing there, Peltobatrachus? Still hanging on up there. Oh, they got Hylonomus. What a shame. Oh well. Alright, well, I guess I can try to have you evolve into Petrolachosaurus, but that's not all that great. I think... Oh, Diplocalus. Yeah, that's great. I think I'll try to have you evolve into a frog. Yes! Oh, we got snakes. Good. Good. Now, get... Lizard. Okay, and snakes are evolutionary dead ends. They can't evolve into anything, but they are Optimal in every era. That's an istopod. Wow, look at that huge swamp over here. And so once I have a snake, I basically am guaranteed... Yeah, there it is. I'm guaranteed to... I mean, unless the thing dies. I'm guaranteed to survive. What's its optimal temperature? 26? It's not that hot. Yeah, 26. Well, whatever. I'm sure once the era changes, and we'll have a good time with that. Pelts of Batrachus, 81 million years. I don't expect them to survive long enough to do that. 6 million years until Platyhystrix can evolve. I'll just do 100% on them. Sphenocodon. Let's have you do 95.5. No, let's do 90.10. The feeding improvement still isn't quite high enough. Thadio, 10 million. Okay, good. This Carboniferous period has been awfully long. Much longer than the Carboniferous period in the real world. Oh goodness, when did the Carboniferous period end in real life? I can't remember. See, I know the Permian Triassic extinction was 250 million years ago. I guess the end of the Carboniferous period was around 300 million years ago or so? I can't remember exactly. I know the Permian period was a pretty long one. Relatively. Well, we're up to 72% chance of changing the era, so we should see the end of the Carboniferous period here pretty quickly. We are prolific. This is great. Oh, there's your Diadectes. Thaddeosaurus. Sphenocodon. That's as... What if I had my creatures kill this Diadectes? Get out of here, Diadectes. You're not welcome. It's running away. We'll get you, Diadectes. Yeah! 2 versus 1. Oh, my Sphenocodon will die. Oh no, I lost my Sphenocodon. Oh wow, they both died simultaneously. I think that's a bug. Yeah, I think if they're standing on each other, both of them die. Okay, well... Pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen, but whatever. Fine. You get to live, Mr. Diadectes. Platyhystrix is doing just fine. Oh yeah, Platyhystrix is having a great time. What do I have Platyhystrix evolving into? Salamander. Yeah, that's not a good one, but whatever. Simuria can't evolve into anything. Thadio. Yes, whatever. Thadio. Oh yeah, I'm getting lizard. That's fine. How's my snake? My snake isn't doing all that well. Oh, down here would be a great place for my snake, but that's too far away. Here's the creature I wanted, this Pariasaurus. Oh well, whatever. Oh! Salamander, okay. And now Platy can get a frog. Now, let's... Okay, you move up here. Salamander is way out of its comfortable range, but it has a really high population, a really high health bar. And it's optimal in every period, and it lives best in forests that are at 20 degrees, which is up here. So we'll have Salamander go about right there, and hopefully it won't die. Has a pretty high population bar though, so it should be okay. Oh wow, my continent, I almost have this entire continent to myself, only this area is occupied by some other creatures, but these are all stupid Carboniferous old-timers. Oh, there it is, a supernova! Okay, so that'll just kill a bunch of the creatures. It'll just, I think it kills something like 70% of all the creatures on the map, just instantly. So there's that, Sphenocodon is extinct, and also you see it made the world much hotter as well, and now we are in the Permian period. Okay, so because my creatures were so numerous, I had a pretty nice time, but I think the other players were hit much more hard than I was. But now that we're in the Permian period, you see this Permian creature, Thaddeosaurus, it will proliferate massively. Simuria, however, being a carboniferous creature, see we're in the Permian now, will be restricted. It'll have a much more difficult time surviving. Oh, good. Alright, Thaddeo. Dang it. Okay, let's not do that. Let's go back to slowest, because now that we're in the Permian period, I want Thaddeo to evolve into something that can survive well. I guess Dryosaurus. Yeah, sure, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. And Simuria. Oh, you get Sphenocodon. Alright, sure. Evolve into Sphenocodon. Why not? Died in the mass extinction event, but we can bring it back. Thaddeosaurus. Yeah. We'll do just fine. Peltobatrachus. Oh wow, Peltobatrachus, you're still alive. I thought you died. Lizard, again, is an evolutionary dead end, but is optimal in every environment. So it'll have a wonderful time. Platyhystrix. I think Peltobatrachus might, beat you to getting a frog. Well, here I thought Peltobatrachus was dead for sure. Oh yeah, look at that! Peltobatrachus has a pretty wide area where it can live. I thought, wow, how about that? It survived. Good for you. It's getting a 10%. 10% is pretty low. Malice to its feeding, though. But that's okay. Oh wow, look at that! Thaddeosaurus! Ah, that's amazing. What if I can get some Thaddeosauruses over here to this continent? Is that crazy? Yeah, let's invade other continents. These Thaddeosauruses are pretty fast. So I think we'll be okay. Ah, yeah. Excellent. So now we've invaded another continent with our Thaddeosaurus. I still have a K-Cops? Alright. Oh, in fact, the Thaddeosauruses should move to another continent because this continent is becoming increasingly hostile. Yeah, the deserts. Oh, I see. There are cold deserts now. Yeah, there are glaciers. We're in a period of glaciation. Okay. Yeah, K-Cops is now extinct. Our lovely home continent, which was so kind to us, is very rapidly becoming inhospitable. Alright, well, that's fine. Whatever. We'll just invade other continents. Oh, good. Lycanops. Sure, I guess. And let's go back to slowest speed. And where is my... what was that? Dryosaurus. There you are. Oh no, you're having a really bad time. You need to go down here as quickly as possible, because you are probably going to die. But luckily, this creature is quite fast, so I think it will survive. Yes, and Thaddeosaurus should focus on trying to survive. Yes! My Thaddeosaurus was able to reach this continent. That's fantastic. Now these other creatures over here are mostly carboniferous creatures who will die, and we can replace them. Yay, Thaddeosaurus! Yep, that's good. My Thaddeosaurus will have a grand old time hanging out on this continent. Oh yes. So we escaped our continent, which is now much further north, and very dry. It's become quite inhospitable. And we should have some Thadiosauruses over here as well. Yes, we do. And a frog. Sphenocodon, I guess. No, I guess salamander. Salamander. Now, I got a frog, which, again, is too far north. This area is not a good place to be. I'm trying to have it go down here, but I don't know if it'll survive. It's not a very fast creature. And it has a pretty high health bar, but I don't know if it'll survive. This is a swamp shallow sea creature. And Seymoria can't survive anything. Alright, Platy. You're fine. Sphenocodon. Hey there, Sphenocodon. How you doing? Evolve into Dimetrodon. You got it. Thadio. Yep, getting Lycanops. Nice. Permian creature. Hey, my frog survived. But its feeding is really low now, and so is its population. I don't know if it will be able to survive into the future. Maybe. Maybe. Its feeding is already yellow again. It is in a place that has green feeding, so I don't know. Maybe the frog will survive. How are my snakes, though? I think my snakes went extinct in the mass extinction. Pretty sure. Oh, no, that's an Aistopod, that's not a snake. How's Thadio doing over here? Thadio is surviving. Yep, Thadio is my ticket to... Oh, wow, we already have an 8% chance to go into the early Mesozoic period. Well, yeah, that's because we had a really long... That's a Cretaceous creature. We had a really long Carboniferous period. Kentrosaurus, I guess. Sure. We'll do 50-50 on Dryosaurus. I don't even know where my Dryosaurus is. I thought that thing died. Where are you, Mr. Dryosaurus? Whoop! Yeah, Dryosaurus survived. Oh, that's right, because it's quite fast. Ornithosuchus. Alright, we'll do that. Yeah. My Thadiosauruses can evolve into lots of creatures because they're just everywhere. They have a huge population density. Yeah, Dryosaurus is still alive, but its population is extremely low. I don't see it surviving much into the future. Good old Thadiosaurus, though, is hanging on. Dryosaurus is dead. Whatever. Mr. Frogman, I don't think you should go up there. Oh no, never mind. The AI is having it go into an area where it can best survive. Okay. I'm pretty sure my snakes are dead. Right? My snakes are all gone, right? My lizards are just fine. Yeah, my snakes are dead. Why can lizards not evolve into snakes? In real life, snakes evolve from lizards. Whatever. Lycanops. Alphodon is a mammal. Don't care about those. That's a Cretaceous creature. That is way too... That's a Cenozoic creature. Yeah, that's a no-no. That's early Mesozoic. Alright. Megazostrodon. We'll do 70-30 there. Okay. Great. Thadio. Just keep on keeping on, Thaddeus. You're doing just fine. Oh, I have so many Thaddeusauruses! Oh, it's great. I love Thaddeosaurus. I should definitely focus on getting Thaddeosaurus as quickly as possible. Wow. This Adaphosaurus is doing pretty well, though. 2 Titanus, somehow still alive. What's this creature? Saltopus. Alright. Thaddeus. Yep. Thaddeus is surviving. Had to go south, but that's fine. Lycanops. Lycanops. You're not in a good place, Lycanops. You have to cross these mountains to reach a place where you can survive. But Lycanops is pretty fast, though. Yeah, it'll be fine. Platyhystrix. Oh, so be it. Oh yeah. Lycanops will be okay. Peltobatrachus. Wow, I'm surprised that salamanders, that Peltobatrachus lived long enough to survive. Alright, Dicynodon. No, that sucks. Dryosaurus. Get Dryosaurus. Wow. Salamanders are alive. They are an evolutionary dead end, though. They can't evolve into anything. Simoria. Oh, I see Moria still? Wow, I thought it went extinct a long time ago. Ticinosuchus. Apatosaur. That's a swamp creature. We don't want that. Compsognathus. It's also a swamp creature. I don't even know all these creatures. I have to look. Protoceratops. Oh yeah, I like that one. Alright, Protoceratops. We'll do 75-25 on that one. Thaddeus. Still surviving. Sphenocodon. Somehow alive. Well, it's feeding improvement's high enough, so wherever you are, Sphenocodon, please evolve. Ornithosuchus. Alright, you become Gracilosuchus, I guess. I don't even know. There are just so many. This is another problem with this game as well, that managing all of your creatures becomes a bit tedious. Lystrosaurus! Ah, yes! The best creature ever. Lycanops is evolving into Megazostrodon. Yeah, that's it's early Mesozoic. We'll do 87-13 there, I guess. Frog went extinct. Well, whatever. Fine. Dryosaurus, good. No, Dicynodon sucks. Get a snake. Now I need to go to my Dryosauruses and have them evolve into something. Ugh. Managing all my creatures is so tedious. See there. Alphabetical Dryosaurus at the top with D. No, D. There it is. And we'll get Iguanodon, I guess? I don't even know. No, that's a Cretaceous creature. Don't get that. No! No! Don't get Iguanodon. That is a Cretaceous creature. Kentrosaurus is early Mesozoic. Yeah, I get that. Why does it keep closing? This is annoying. Pachycephalosaurus? That's Cretaceous. No. Stop that. Ah! You see what I mean? These windows resizing while you're trying to look at stuff. That's a Cretaceous creature. We don't want that. Stegosaurus. Should be early Mesozoic. Yes, we get that. Okay. And then Dryosaurus. We'll do 71-29, I guess. Whatever. Lycanops. Just do 100% evolution. Ornithosuchus, 100% evolution points. Peltobatrachus, still somehow alive. I guess I'll have you evolve into a frog. Nothing else for you to do. Phenacodon. Oh yeah, Lystrosaurus. Lovely Triassic creature, that one. Stadiosaurus. Okay, anyway, I think I've given you a good enough idea of how the game is played. I thought I said I wouldn't play past the Permian period, but I became a little overly interested in the game. You, Mr. Salamander, are way too far north. You need to go to the equator. Alright, anyway, that's enough of that for now. So if you like the game, then I recommend that you try it. I've been having a lot of fun. Even though it's from 1997, this game is still very cool, and there aren't very many games about evolution, so I hope that you will be inspired by this game to make video games about evolution. That would be really cool.